The galaxy was old. Civilizations rose and fell. Species were born and died. Empires expanded and crumbled. But one mystery had endured for 500,000 years. What happened to humanity? Humans were once the dominant species in the galaxy. Powerful, advanced, respected. They built great cities on 100 worlds. They traded with 1,000 species. They were known for their kindness, their courage, their stubborn refusal to quit. Then they vanished. No one knew why. No one knew where. They simply disappeared. Their worlds fell silent. Their cities crumbled. Their ships drifted into darkness. The galaxy moved on. But the question remained, where did the humans go? A young Vethi archaeologist named Lyra traveled to a forgotten system on the edge of known space. Her scanners detected something unusual on a dead world. Something buried deep beneath the surface. She landed on the planet. It was barren, lifeless, scoured by time and radiation. Nothing lived here. Nothing had lived here for millions of years. But beneath the surface, her scans showed structures. Massive structures. Ancient and intact. She found an entrance, buried under millennia of dust. It was sealed with technology far beyond anything she had seen. It took weeks to open. Weeks of work, of frustration, of growing excitement. She descended into the darkness. The tunnels were vast, silent, waiting. Her lights revealed walls covered in symbols she did not recognize. They were old. Very old. Older than anything in the galactic records. She reached a massive chamber. It was a hangar. And in it, ships. Hundreds of them. Thousands. A fleet, preserved and waiting. They were unlike anything in modern databases. Sleek. Powerful. Deadly. And they looked ready to launch, as if their crews had only stepped away moments ago. Lyra stared. She could not move. Could not speak. This was the greatest discovery in galactic history. As she watched, lights flickered on one of the ships. Then another. Then another. Systems were powering up. After 500,000 years, the fleet was waking up. A voice echoed through the chamber. Ancient. Calm. Female. Welcome, descendant. You have found humanity's last gift. We have been waiting. Lyra did not know what to do. She had found the greatest discovery in galactic history. But she had also awakened something she did not understand. The ships powered up fully. Their engines hummed. Their weapons armed. A single ship rose from the hangar, hovering before her. A hatch opened. Someone, or something, was inviting her inside. Lyra hesitated. The open hatch waited before her. Every instinct told her to run, to flee, to forget she had ever found this place. But curiosity was stronger than fear. She stepped into the ship. The hatch closed behind her. The interior was immaculate, preserved as if time had never touched it. Technology beyond anything she knew lined the walls. Lights guided her through corridors to a central chamber. A hologram appeared. A human woman. Calm. Kind. Ancient. I am the guardian of this fleet, she said. I have waited 500,000 years for someone to find us. Lyra had 1,000 questions. They spilled out of her. Who built this fleet? Why was it hidden? What happened to humanity? The AI explained. Long ago, humanity faced a threat. Something from outside the galaxy. Something powerful. Relentless. Something they could not defeat. They built this fleet as a last resort. A final surprise. They hid it on a dead world, programmed to awaken when the threat returned. Then they left the galaxy, drawing the enemy away. They sacrificed themselves to save everyone else. Lyra understood. Humans did not vanish. They did not die. They left. They gave up everything to protect the galaxy. The AI continued. But we always planned to return. The fleet was our insurance. If the enemy ever came back, it would awaken, and humanity would rise again. Lyra asked, has the enemy returned? Is that why the fleet woke up? The AI shook its head. No. The fleet woke because you found it. Because it was time. Time for humanity's secret to be revealed. The AI offered Lyra a choice. She could leave. Forget what she found. Return to her life and never speak of this place. Or she could help. Help awaken the fleet. Help prepare for humanity's return. Lyra chose to help. She could not turn away from this. She had to see it through. Over the following weeks, Lyra worked with the AI to activate the fleet. Ship after ship powered up. Engines hummed. Weapons armed. Thousands of vessels ready to launch. Then a signal arrived. From deep space. From beyond the galaxy. Something was coming. The signal was ancient, powerful, and getting closer. The AI identified it. The enemy. They are returning. Lyra sent a message to the galaxy. To every world, every species. The enemy is coming. The ones who drove humanity away. We need to prepare. The galaxy did not believe her. The enemy was legend. Myth. No one had seen them in 500,000 years. They were stories told to children. Lyra broadcast footage from the fleet. The ships. The AI. The ancient records. The galaxy watched in stunned silence. Some species prepared to fight. Others fled. Many did nothing, hoping it was a mistake. The enemy arrived. Ships unlike anything in modern space. Dark. Hungry. Relentless. They began consuming worlds. The galaxy panicked. Fleets were destroyed. Armies fell. There was no hope. Lyra returned to the fleet. She stood before the AI. It's time, she said. Launch the fleet. The fleet launched. Thousands of ships rose from the dead world. They were beautiful, terrible, and they were not alone. On every ship, systems powered up. And in every ship, something stirred. The AI explained. The ships were not just waiting. They were carrying something. Suspended animation pods. Thousands of them. Inside, humans. Alive. Waiting. Ready. The pods opened. Humans stepped out. They had been asleep for 500,000 years. But they were awake now. And they were ready to fight. The human fleet moved toward the enemy. At its head stood a woman, ancient and young at once. She looked at the galaxy and spoke. We have returned. We have not forgotten. And we will not fail again. The human fleet engaged the enemy. The battle was fierce. Ships exploded on both sides. Fire filled the darkness. But the humans fought with something the enemy did not have, determination. They did not stop, did not retreat, did not surrender. They were not just fighting. They were executing a plan 500,000 years in the making. They knew the enemy's weaknesses. They knew where to strike. Ships were lost. Lives were given. But the humans kept going. The human commander identified the enemy's command ship. She ordered a direct assault. Every ship focused fire on that single target. The command ship fell. The enemy faltered. Without coordination, they became disorganized. Vulnerable. The human fleet pressed the attack. One by one, the enemy ships were destroyed. Those that remained fled back into the darkness. The battle was over. The galaxy was saved. Humans stood among the wreckage, tired but victorious. Species across the galaxy sent messages of thanks. Humans were hailed as saviors. The legends were true. They were protectors. Lyra found the human commander among the ruins of the battle. Why did you come back? She asked. After all this time. After everything. The commander smiled. Because this is our home. We never wanted to leave. We only left to protect it. Now we're back to stay. Lyra nodded. She understood now. Humans were not conquerors. They were not rulers. They were protectors. They always had been. The humans began rebuilding. They shared their technology, their knowledge, their spirit. The galaxy welcomed them home. But in the darkness, something watched. Something that wondered if the humans were truly as peaceful as they seemed. Humans rejoined the galaxy. They became friends, allies, partners. Trade flourished. Knowledge was shared. Peace reigned across 1,000 worlds. Humans settled new worlds. Built new cities. Raised new families. They were happy. Content. At peace. After 500,000 years, they were finally home. The AI that had guarded the fleet became an advisor to the galaxy. It shared humanity's history, their struggles, their hopes. It taught young species about sacrifice and love and the refusal to quit. A young alien asked the AI, "Why did humans build the fleet? Why did they wait so long?" The AI explained, "Because humans believe in hope. They believe that no matter how dark things get, there is always a chance. Always a way. They built the fleet not for war, but for peace. A peace they could return to." The young alien nodded. "So they are not warriors. They are guardians." The AI smiled. "Exactly. They are guardians." Years later, Lyra stood on a hill on a human world. The sun set over a bustling city below. Humans and aliens walked together, laughed together, lived together. The human commander approached, old now, but still strong. Her eyes still held that ancient fire. "You changed everything," Lyra said. "You woke us up." The commander shook her head. "You found us. You believed in us. That's what changed everything. Lyra smiled. Thank you. For coming back. For saving us. The commander looked at the stars. We didn't come back to save you. We came back to be with you. To live with you. To be part of this galaxy again. That's all we ever wanted. They stood together, watching the sunset. Two friends. Two species. One future. And somewhere, in the darkness beyond, the fleet waited. Silent. Patient. Ready. Just in case. Because that was what Guardians did.